Hey everyone, it's me. I'm going to try to do a bit of a shorter episode today. I don't think I'm ready to do the next full-blown talk yet, but it is nice to just get some content out and just continue talking about stuff. And today I'm going to talk about some dreams I had that were sad, sort of sad, but not for the reasons you might expect. So I don't know what it is. Like lately I've had several dreams where I've been in college and, I've had assignments to do, which is really frustrating because it doesn't, in the dream world, I try to read and understand what's going on. But of course, half the time there's not even text to read. Half the time I can't remember the material because I didn't learn the material. Because I'm not actually part of the class. So I'm always struggling to complete the assignments, but that's more annoying than anything else. But I've also had dreams where I was in college and trying to make friends. Like there was one I had where I was in my dorm and I'm all excited, okay, I'm gonna go to the cafeteria, I'm gonna sit down with some people, make some friends, and build up my social circle a bit. And then I realized, actually, no, that's not going to happen because I actually graduated years ago and this is just a dream. And my chance to do that has passed. And there was another dream I had that was pretty sad too. It was me working on a group project with some people and trying to plan when to meet up, I guess over spring break, because our university had a bad habit of doing that. They would give large projects over breaks, so you never even had a break. But I was supposed to meet up and do work on some group projects with some people. They seemed excited about it. And this might not seem sad, but it's kind of sad for the same reasons, because I realized after waking up that, okay, this was just a dream. That experience of feeling included and having a group that you could talk to and whatever never happened for me in college. And since I graduated years ago and I don't know if I'll ever go back, it probably will end up being that it never will happen for me. So yeah, I don't know if you picked up on this, but my college experience, and from the previous video, my college experience was not fun. I was definitely an outcast. I was definitely shunned a lot. At the time, I was dating somebody, and we had a breakup, and all the mutual friends took their side, made no effort to contact me or keep me in their lives, which was really annoying. And it's not like I didn't try to make new friends. I did. I had some acquaintances at one point, but they never went anywhere. I just tried to make plans, and it just made it clear that they weren't interested in taking the relationship to that level. But most people, too, just weren't really even interested in talking. I joined groups. I sat with people, again, never went anywhere. It was just acquaintances, never actually good friends. I don't know. There was very few times during my college career that I actually had more personal conversations that weren't related to school somehow. Maybe I talked to people, but it was related to a group project. Maybe I talked to people, but it was related to, material in the class. It was very rare that we just had small talk and joked and whatever. And it was very rare that I felt valued, so to speak, more than anyone, more than just some other random acquaintance. And yeah, eventually after years of that, I just sort of gave up, especially the last year. I took a break for a year and I came back. And the last year was just terrible. The Met crowd, which I was majoring in and had to spend a lot of time around because the workload was too excessive to really reach out, they were just stuck up and rude. And they're responsible for a lot of the crap I had to put up with, and I mentioned in the previous video, where people dicked me over in some Price is Right thing and they laughed hysterically it's so funny. No, it's not. The group projects where people rejected me, they were definitely part of that. There were some of them in the class, none of them offered to take me on. Just a lot of stuff. And it got to the point where, I stopped trying. I gave up several times, honestly, over the course of my career. Then I eventually gained the energy to go back and do it. But the last year, it became apparent very quick that no one was interested in talking to me, associating with me, and they made it known every possible opportunity. They'd laugh at everyone else's jokes, but not mine, laugh at my expense, just make no attempt to interact with me outside of class. And eventually I just gave up. I think there was a period of the latter half of the semester where actually even talking to anyone that existed was rare. I probably had far more conversations online with the Agario community, which definitely was a piece of work in and of itself, but I suppose that's a subject for another video, than I did with people offline. And even then, it was mostly related to game stuff. There was almost no one I could talk to about personal issues and stuff like that. And, I became very depressed, understandably. It also didn't help that I was going through another breakup at that time with someone I had met online. It was for the best. They definitely were. They were too overbearing. Another reason I think that online dating is garbage, but that's the subject for another video again. But it doesn't change the fact that I basically got robbed of my college experience. College, everyone talks about college like, oh, hey, these are going to be some of the best years of your life. You're going to make lifelong connections. You're going to have experiences you'll look back on and reminisce about them. That never happened for me. And it's not like I didn't try. I did try. Eventually, I got tired of it never going anywhere and a lot of people having a bad selfishness, stuck-up attitude problem. And, disability services did nothing to help me in that regard. Like, they were chronically understaffed and dealing with multiple people who were on suicide watch. That's always a good sign, right? When you have multiple people in a university that are on suicide fucking watch. That really speaks about the caliber of inclusion at that university, and kind of just lends credit to the fact that I'm not just overplaying this. I mean, other people experienced it too. So the point is, they had to focus on them and they were understaffed, so I got no help at all. Minimal support, whatever. It was basically like I was completely on my own and I had no idea what to do. And it makes me mad, honestly, because of basically everyone else's failure. That experience that I should have had in college is something I never got. And I say everyone else's failure because it was a combination of other people being stuck up, not really trying as hard as they could, and no one helped me, not knowing what to do, and nobody helping me bridge the gap at all. So I would try on my own and I'd fail, and eventually it's like, well, I don't even know what the heck to do, and no one's talking, so I just give up, and enter survival mode. And it makes me mad because maybe if somebody had stepped in and helped me, it would have been different. Maybe if people hadn't been so stuck up and rude, it would have been different. If anything had gone differently, I probably wouldn't be making this video right now. But the fact is that I have to make it because it's applicable. And that's why those dreams are sad, because it constantly reminds me of something that I wanted so bad, to have that college experience, and something I was robbed of because I didn't know what the heck to do and nobody helped me. And people in general at that university were just stuck-up snobs. And I mean, now it's probably too late. I mean, I suppose I could go back. Definitely not to that place, though. But I could go back elsewhere. But it's sort of like apprehension. Why would I go back when it could be just as spectacular of an implosion as it was then? Plus, I probably wouldn't even live on campus, so it wouldn't be the same. And second of all, I just feel like going back to university for that alone is pretty short-sighted. Like, who would want to spend tens of thousands of dollars to go back just to make friends? That seems like a bit of a waste of money, unless there's another reason you're going to, like to get a second degree that you didn't, because you discovered your late life passion, which I might do. Like, I am thinking of getting involved in nonprofits and stuff, and maybe I'll go back to get at least like some sort of degree in that. Although I might also opt for online classes because it would be more convenient, and again, it's risky. Like, do I really want to uproot my life and take a gamble when it could spectacularly fail again? But I mean, if I do, it won't, as I said, it probably won't be the same. And I don't think I'll ever be in another environment like that where it'll be the same. I mean, yeah, you could go to work and meet people there, but it's not the same. And that's, again, assuming that the work environment's not just as bad. There's definitely toxic work environments out there, and who knows, it might be the same crap all over again. But yeah, those dreams are sad. I mean, maybe you thought they would be sad because it's a time of my life that's over. And I mean, I guarantee some people having those dreams would kind of have some sort of nostalgic sadness, like, oh man, I miss this person, I miss this experience, I wish I did this, I wish I did that, I wish I asked that girl out. But for me, it's sad because it reminds me of something I never had. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this video is going to accomplish much, but yeah. And I definitely am going to try to talk about college experience more at a later date. I think I just sort of glossed over it a little bit here. I mean, it might be a while, though. Like, there's a level of detail I want to go into that I don't think it requires a bit of pre-planning. And that's not exactly easy for me all the time because I don't know what to say. But yeah, I guess this is this video. Hopefully I'll do something more substantial. I mean, this is 11 minutes and 30 seconds already. It's not nothing. But hopefully I'll do something more substantial next time. Talk about something else I'm considering talking about. Maybe I'll talk about the good old Brony fandom and how they treated me in more detail when I was in that situation and felt completely alone. That's definitely something I want to vent about and, make a PSA about how bad they are. Yeah, there's other stuff I want to talk about too. I'm digressing at this point. I'll see you guys next time with whatever I decide to talk about.